Those who do it now maybe at midnight when we can't catch them.
All right, gentlemen, to Governor Zulum, we wish you Godspeed. Yeah. Okay then, to our next story, the last but not the least one. It has come to light that a lot of politics was involved in the tortuous Naira Redesign project the Emefiele-led Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, undertook. No less a personality than a former acting governor of the Apex Bank, Folashodun Shonubi, divulged this much before Justice Maryann Anenih of the Federal High Court, FCT High Court, Abuja. Now, according to the retired banker, a lot of intrigues and politics characterized the exercise in 2022. Appearing as a witness in the ongoing trial of former CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele, Shonubi said the former CBN boss personally reviewed the entry and barefaced politics in the Naira redesign. Emefiele is facing a 4-count charge bordering on disobedience and illegal act causing injury to the public before Justice Maryann Anenih.
Yes.
Did you see this?
Let me include Babajide how I'm going to start. Babajide, I'm going to speak a smart Yoruba. Help me for the viewer interpreting in the English language. When you call somebody Godwin Emefiele Waburuku, what does it mean in English? Godwin Emefiele Waburuku.
Godwin, don't misbehave.
Good. The name is not Emefiele, it's Emefiele. Okay. The meaning is don't do what is wrong.
Don't do evil.
Don't do evil. That's God. It's an Ican name.
Okay.
So I know people say God Emefiele. It's actually Emefiele.
They pronounce it wrongly now.
Yes, it's Emefiele. Don't do what is wrong.
Just the way people say Dino Melaye. There's no such word as Melaye. It is Melaye. I don't own the word.
So this one is
Dino Melaye.
This one is say I shall do no wrong. Emefiele, not Emefiele.
Emefiele.
Well,
he went against.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to start with that exactly because he didn't actually live by his name.
Oh yeah.
Because what Shonubi says that there are normal practices before you can have a currency redesign, currency change currency. That number one is that you must that the normal procedures are that for the currency management department of the CBN, to make recommendations. No, it has to come from them to make recommendations on the need for a redesign, to design the currency, after which a paper would be submitted to the central bank. That's the committee of governors of central bank for consideration. Now, when they consider it, if they approve it, they will now make recommendation for a redesign. Then the president will now sign or approve it. Then before they now start the redesign, they now also submit back to him to look at the redesign if there are changes. But what they said, Emefiele didn't follow this at all. All he did was that he was just telling them, this is what the president said. This is what he said. Even when the design was even done, they will also hear from him that it is not what the president approved that we eventually got. But the question I'm asking is this, rhetorical question, if anybody has an answer. Now, if the President Buhari, he approved a certain design of the currency. Now, when it was produced and was submitted to him, he went ahead to launch that currency that he didn't approve. So all these issues of political intrigues and all that, because that time, if Emefiele was also he has interest in exactly. So is it possible that he also acted alone in order to also favor himself because he had eyes on the presidency? So a lot of things that are not too clear. But
I was working for some people.
He was also working for some people because how could Buhari, who had
because at that time it was clear that he could no longer contest.
Exactly. So he just went berserk.
But he had a dog in the fight.
He went berserk to say, okay, if I can't get it, no other person again. But I still don't understand, if you understand my point, why a president will approve a certain design and now launch and that design. So it should be saying that they weren't to whether the president even raised any objection. As president, I meant.
You see, the thing is, both the president at the time and
Emefiele.
They were in the same WhatsApp group.
Emefiele. Both of them wanted it. They saw it as an opportunity to stop somebody. And the president granted interview. He said,
he said he actually ordered
it. That this was what he wanted. They could not be bothered about the pains that Nigerians were going through.
Oh, yes.
They could not be bothered. It's sheer wickedness to subject Nigerians to that kind of pain. And you see the deluge of Naira notes coming.
Coming, exactly.
You see our neighbors, Niger Republic, for example, they do a lot of trading in the Nigerian currency. They were all coming into, and in northern Nigeria, there are not many banks. Yes, there are not many banks.
With cash.
In fact, you look at some states, you could find only banks in about 4 local governments, for example. Yes, you go to Zamfara, for example. How many local governments? Yes, how many local governments do you have banks? How many local? Very few.
City centers.
Very few. You know, so people have to come from the villages, you know, and it was painful for our people. Okay. And they were telling this man he would not listen because his eye was on the price. The price was the head of somebody he wanted to cut. You know, like John's
John
wife.
the Baptist.
John, I mean, I said John.
Yeah, the Herod's wife.
Herod's wife.
Herod, yes.
You know, that was their concern. And what the witness said was that he stepped down the recommendations made in early 2021 by the Apex Bank's currency department.
Yes.
They made some recommendations.
Exactly.
You see, if they were people who learned from history, they would have seen that when India instituted this kind of currency change because they wanted to deal with counterfeiting within the system, it failed miserably. Okay. And a lot of SMEs, MSMEs, they died.
Yes.
So Nigeria went into that exercise without thinking and asking questions. Did it really work? Did it really work? They were more concerned about the politics. That one was politically motivated.
That's what I say.
And for a lot of people who start on social media, we try to tell them that, look, you are not engaging your brains properly. These politicians that you think you can stop, they have banks of their own. Their friends are bank MDs. They will find the money that they need for an election. You just subjected us to unnecessary pain.
Torture and all that.
The street lingo.
And that was what happened. They still found the money.
The street lingo is made never come again.
Or Emefiele, don't do what is wrong.
Oh, okay.
If your name says, don't do what is wrong. Why do it?
Gentlemen, there's a little something I think should interest us. Okay. You know, we share a little something with you. The kinds of citizens desired by the National Orientation Agency, NOA, are the patriotic ones, those who take the words of the national anthem to heart. Let's leave this with you. It's the voice of a pupil, Esther Chinurum. Chinurum Etekoche, I hope I got that right, of Christ International School, Woji Town, Rivers State, struggling to do just that. Let's go there. Watch out.
National anthem. Nigeria.
This is the message from the NOA.
Yes.
You know, the National Orientation Agency wants us to not just sing the anthem, but to take the words of the anthem. If a little girl like this is struggling to sing the national anthem, why shouldn't I be able to sing it?
And then live by the lyrics. Yes.
Okay, folks, we must go, but not before thanking Babajide Kolade.
It's a job we do all the time. No need to thank us. Let's go.
No. Let's go. Let me also thank Chelsea Deho for your intervention.
Thank you very much for having me.
That will just about do it. If you missed any part of this show, not to worry. Later tonight at 11, a repeat broadcast will take your airtime. So tune in then. On Sunday, we expand the fare for you between 1:30 and 3:30 p.m. to remind you also, we are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Bye-bye now. Take care.